Hi guys, welcome back to A30 RPG. I don't know if this is really a workshop video, but it's more of a interesting update that relates to a lot of my earlier videos on this channel where I was using ChatGPT AI to act as the DM, even at times a player, but mostly a DM to help tell the story and to play an RPG of sorts. Well, as AI advances and ChatGPT becomes more powerful, there has been a really intriguing feature that has been integrated into GPT as of lately. This has happened, I think, 6 or so days ago. It's called memory. So, um, Ryan and I have always talked about this the past year since GPT, year plus since GPT has hit the public. We were curious if GPT can craft memories and maintain information that were vital to conversations that it has with the user. And after we were thinking about that last year, custom instructions was introduced, and that's like it's similar to what this is now, but custom instructions is basically a template, a response template, and introductory notes for GPT that lets you tell yourself, tell GPT about yourself, and it helps you craft and give GPT a template to work off, like a foundation based on notes that GPT looks at every single time it responds. So it's kind of like a note card that it always has on person, has in hand before it responds. Now we have memory. This is huge. This is absolutely huge. And I'm not really a channel focused on like AI news and late breaking AI activities and the future of AI. But from time to time, AI does come and go in my channel as far as a tool and as far as being part of the D&D or tabletop RPG element. Well, memory, it is basically sticky notes that it can, or a notepad that it can have off to the side that it can modify and creates its own notes, modify, erase, and look at continuously in any conversation you have on your account. It's currently for Plus users, strictly Plus users, excluding Europe and Korea apparently. But let's go through this document because this is far more descriptive than what I can say. So, and we'll come up to a part where it really pays off in our channel here, in my channel. ChatGPT can now remember details from between chats, allowing to provide more relevant responses. As you chat with ChatGPT, it'll become more helpful, remembering details and preferences from your conversations. GPT's memory will get better with you, and will get better the more you use it, GPT, and you start to notice the improvements over time. You can teach it to remember something new by chatting with it. For example, remembering that I'm a vegetarian when you recommend a recipe. To understand what GPT recommends, just ask it. So, how would this, and plus you control it, you can clear it, you can manage your um, GPT's memories, and there's temporary chat feature. But aside from that, just imagine the potential for this for using GPT as either a player or as a dungeon master, more preferably. The player concept has always been intriguing. I've done it once or twice, I think, where you're the DM and GPT is the actual player. But in any event, imagine the potential here for memories where GPT crafts the world for you, still text-based, it's obvious. It crafts the world for you while following whichever game rules you're using, D&D, Pathfinder, Warhammer, etc. Um, and you have a character sheet. Well, now that GPT 4.5 or whatever it is, 4 plus, has a huge context window for tokens. Like it's a fish this big now that it can remember more of the world it crafts. It won't forget. It actually literally has a memory now. And your player character sheet can keep getting updated and maintained because originally in GPT, before this feature was released, you either had to use custom instructions or GPTs, the individual ones you can craft, and we'll get to that in a second, where your character sheet was in the peripheral vision of the GPT, but then it would forget about your character sheet, your entire character sheet details. With memory, it can literally remember everything about your character sheet, your inventory, your ability scores, your HP, your AC, your act, everything, and it won't forget it. It's unique to it, and it remembers it the entire time until you erase it or tell it to forget it. It'll remember things automatically for based if it thinks it's a worth detail remembering about you as a person, or you can tell it to remember something. So again, this is huge. But what it really catches my eye on all this is not how it works, not how you can enable or disable it, but this part come up here. All this stuff you can read. It's if you search Google on Google, if you search how GPTs or how memory fact, OpenAI memory fact, you'll come up to it. The biggest part is this right here. This is the part that is the bread and butter of what we can do here. Memory for GPTs will become available when we roll it out more broadly. So it hasn't, I don't think it's in the market just yet. But the way you can make GPTs, there's little individual bots that have the power of ChatGPT 4, but are custom tailored for a specific purpose and have online access and have code interpreter. They have Dolly built in. They have web browsing, etc. And they have a unique set of instructions that basically crafted to be a unique individual. With memory now enabled with each GPT you make, that is the real heart of a DM right there. So when it is, builders can enable their GPTs to have memory. The end user will now, well, blah, blah, blah. Right. We need to have memory turned on. GPT and GPTs have their own unique memories based on their interactions with them. Memory is not shared between the GPTs and others. So again, when you start the chat with GPT, it will, if I eventually create my own DM GPT, which I have, but it fell off a long time ago. So I haven't done it in a while. Then I will have a GPT accustomed to following D&D 5e rules or my own rule set, which I'm working on. And then while we use it, it has details saved for the entire world it creates. And then it also remembers the character sheet. It will also remember locations, NPCs, quests, and all that. Like the stuff that we usually keep track of on my channel here and all those Google Docs, it will keep track of that individually in that GPT itself. Not in my accounts GPT, but that one itself. So this is the real one I'm eager to try. I just started reading this document today. I think it's been out for maybe a week or so. I don't know. I didn't really see information on that. It just says updated this week, so it's probably been out for a little bit. But this is, at least for me, the most important part. Everything else is just satisfactory. It's standard information. So, and this is also a big part. It will remember it for I think the entirety of your account unless you tell it to forget. So that's also a big part. Now, until this gets released, this specific feature with memory, even though memory has been released, and we could essentially try it, but I have GPT uh, memories affecting all my chats. I'd rather have this one crafted to use for these videos, for my videos on here. So, yeah, this is super exciting. Again, I haven't used AI for some time now, probably once or twice, but it's been a while. We used it a lot as an oracle, as a DM, as a player, which is the most unique part. I would also try the player concept again, but overall, this video itself has just been that update. So I'm super excited and I'm intrigued to try it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. If I think that this gives AI a memory. That's crazy. That's literally crazy. It's like AI always had that context window that each model is different, but now that it has memory, whether or not that occupies some of the context, it's still an amazing it's still an amazing feat that we are witnessing right now as AI just grows. So that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you next time.